Hot mic, we are on the air. This is the Superfan Max Power Hour in less than 65 minutes presented by the blog that's a day late, dollar short. This is Superfan Max, aka Jose Max, reporting you live with a special St. Patrick's Day episode. How are my fellow Shirish people doing today? I got my green on, my White Sox flat cap. Even though I'm recording on a Wednesday, I'm being festive, you know. And since this is a holiday episode, I'll sprinkle in a couple of some holiday festivities, holidayness throughout the episode by going for three. We're going for three right off the bat. I'm going to name my favorite Irish people. Celebrities, technically, Irish-American celebrities. At number one, I'm going Conan O'Brien, the inbred 100% Irish man. Jenny McCarthy, she's a Southside Irish girl. And let me think of one more. Emma Stone, she's Irish, right? I don't think she's a natural redhead, but that's good for the Irish brand. So that's good. And just in case she's not, I'm gonna go with Bill Burr. He's Irish, I believe. I think he's from Boston, so he's got to be Irish. There's no other way that you're from Boston without being Irish. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's I probably shouldn't say it because I don't want to expose where I'm at really, but since they adjusted, not cut, they don't say cut anymore, adjust my schedule at work, I got some free time today, so I snuck out early, and the show's actually on the road today, and I'm going to expose my location. I'm in the Kohl parking lot. I had to get a white button-up shirt. Had to sadly go to a funeral this weekend for my great aunt. She lived 88 wonderful years, so God rest her soul. 88 years, so that's good. That's in my blood from my grandmother's side. My grandmother lived, I think, till like 80-something too, so that's good for me. Hopefully that gets passed down through me by my old man, because I have an irrational fear of death I'll be reminded of this weekend. This is what makes the podcast. If you're like me, you just like knowing about people and what gets them going and ticking, and that's probably why I like biography and documentaries so much. I just like being nosy and learning about people and their personal stories and interviews. That's why I like all that stuff. So, yeah, a little about me. I came to terms with the concept of immortality in 4th grade. The heaven and hell, pretty much death, and I don't know, it just finally hit me that we die at the end of our lives. Like, I knew death was always there, but it just really hit me when you die. You could just be gone forever, and that just really hit me. Even if there is a heaven and hell, you're just up there forever, never coming back to earth again. And what if there isn't a heaven or hell, and that just lights out at the end when the bell tolls and you're gone forever? Even talking about it right now, it just, I don't know, I get that stomach pit feeling in me. I don't know, when I thought of death back then, and it still just pops in my head, I don't know, because it was back then, it just sticks with you. When I think of death and foreverness, I just think of the vastness of space and the stars going on, and you're like drifting away to never be seen again. And that feeling's been with me for 10 years later or something. And those thoughts and concepts of death still elude me, or still haven't eluded me. I don't think I'll ever shake that feeling, and I'm going to assume it's not knowing that it gets me. You know, that what comes after life and the death part, what happens there, because everybody that's ever been to death has never really come back. Even if they have, they've only been there for a couple minutes. And you always have different accounts. Some people are like, oh, you've seen Jesus in heaven. And other people are like, it was just pitch black. So, yeah, the not knowing part, that's what really gets you when it comes to death. Or for me, at least. Yeah, what a damper right off the bat with this podcast episode. Even planning out the skeleton, I was like, should I scrap that whole part or keep it since it's such a different area? How am I going to spin this into an underwear ad? Like, eventually I got to spin it. I got to go from death, something else, underwear ad to something else. And as you could tell or listened, obviously, I choose to keep this part because it's personal insights, and that's what people like. So Can't wait to see how I spin it around. Yeah, Kohl's parking lot right now. Not a lot of action, not a whole lot of people. What do I want to talk about? I guess we'll go to housekeeping of the show. Unfortunately, I'm leaving SoundCloud for the moment. All episodes will be fully uploaded on the blog and my YouTube channel. So, unfortunately, this is going to be the last episode on SoundCloud. I actually didn't upload last week's episode just for that reason. So hopefully this is a kind of a shorter podcast, because I think I'm at 89% or 89 minutes or something, and I think you only get 180. So, and I think last week's episode was 50, so it would have been pushing it. And I think I want to do like a little sound clip, or not a vignette, is it? Isn't a little short, like 1-2 minute episode where like a 6.5 episode where I'm just telling everybody, hey, if you want to keep listening to my episodes, my podcast, Superfan Max Power Hour, please go to my YouTube channel or the blog. And I'm looking at other avenues too. I thought about going to Spotify, but because I just need a streaming platform. But I also like the area of having the comment sections. So I don't really want to go to Spotify because I don't think they have a comment section and description area. I think they got descriptions because they got a podcast down there on Spotify. But even then, I don't even use Spotify loyally. I like it when it's on my laptop, but I don't want to pay for a subscription, unfortunately. So I just go on YouTube. So that's why I'm preferring YouTube, a little bit of a loyalty basis. That's what you'll get with me. Any companies that ever want to sponsor me, gotta sprinkle that in there. Just gotta sprinkle it in there. You never know who's listening. Somebody might be related to someone, and they'll give me. I don't even need the money. I would like just the story. I'll take an advertisement agreement, a couple episodes for, I don't know, free lunch for a week. I don't know. It's just so dumb. I'd like that. Free T-shirts or something. Just something bizarre. I'll take a payment like that. Wouldn't like that full time all the time, but when I'm starting off right now, I think I'll be more than happy to just be okay with any sponsor that will accept me and all my flaws and my flaws. What was it? What did I say? Like flaws and problems, I guess. Yeah, I'll say flaws and problems. Yeah, I need to blog more also. I started off as a blog, and I just, I'm not at my laptop as much anymore, so I kind of veered away from blogging, but I'm going to try and get back into it sooner than later. So look out for that content as well. And, it sucks I have to move the show already while it's still in its infancy, but I think that's better than later. I could try and build a fan base on YouTube, even though I like the SoundCloud because more random people listen to it. I found out, because I remember doing like class projects, and that's why I have a SoundCloud account, because I was in an audio-visual class, my favorite class ever, in college. And, I would have the stuff specifically for school, and I would get maybe like 2-3 listens just randomly before I even submitted the assignment. So I always like that people just randomly listen to stuff on SoundCloud. I found myself doing that too, so it's a good community on SoundCloud, but I can't stick with it because I know I should invest in the podcast, but I don't know if I want to do the $8 a month and nobody's listening to it, so that's the little harsh part about it. If I had like 5 listeners every week, a little bit of a loyal fan base, I'd be more than willing to try and invest in myself. I just want there to be, people invested in me, so I should invest in them. Because, the fans are what's going to make this show eventually, because I can only listen to me talk so many times and try and boost those streams up or those listens. But I can only take this show so far. I could be a great talent, which I hope I do develop into one day. But if people aren't listening, there's no point in me sticking around. So if I get that, that good loyal fan base on SoundCloud, I'll be more than willing to invest that $8 a month, because it's for you people, you guys. Yeah, money too. they adjusted my schedule at work. Hopefully we're going back to normal soon. I got a couple more hours this week, so 3 to 4 weeks they said, and I think this is about week 3, so hopefully we're back, baby. But when it comes to spending money, I gotta limit myself on the purchases, I can't be spending my money on all dumb things. Some of the last couple purchases I made, last couple purchases, yeah, we'll talk about that. Before we do that, let's talk about a great company you should be so lucky to spend your money with. It's the day of the holiday, St. Patrick's Day. It's a bar holiday, drinking holiday. You're out on the town on a Friday night, having responsibly 1 beer, 2 beer, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey, and a margarita. And that cute little redhead across the bar is eyeing you down, slowly making her way across the bar towards you. And for some reason, maybe it's the Shamak shirt or that horseshoe up your butt, since this never happens, she decides to choose you. And you'll ever be so lucky to get lucky. And if that young lady is wearing some NKD underwear this St. Patrick's Day, that would be awesome. This St. Patrick's Day, you don't need luck to get this great deal with NKD underwear. Go to wearnkd.com and use promo code Perez.JoseMax for 40% off and free shipping. Lots of bundles to choose from. Date night, it's getting serious, the weekender, or the one night stand bundle. A selection of bottoms to choose from as well, the weekend thong, cheeky bikini, that also comes in black, and the classic thong. They also got a lacy bralette. All reasonably priced items ranging from $17 to $49 before you use the promo code, which will get you 40% off and free shipping. So use that promo code, you'll save a good amount of money. NKD is also a great product. For every pair of underwear you buy, they donate 1 equal set to a women's shelter. And underwear, that is the number one thing that women/homeless shelters surprisingly need. And this is not just a holiday thing. This is their mission statement and what they are about. You can learn more about NKD underwear by going to their website, wearnkd.com. That's WEARNKD.com. And check out how their product looks at their Instagram at NKD Underwear. Remember, use promo code Perez.JoseMax for 40% off and free shipping. So what a way to spin my show from death to housekeeping to underwear advertisement. So as I was saying, I got to spend much money less at the stop. You can't keep spending money unless those advertisers want to finally jump on the podcast, have more money. But more money, more problems. So, got to be responsible about the money when it comes in. So, like I said, my last purchase, I'm at the Kohl's. Got that white shirt already. You know why? I don't think I'll fit in the one I got. Plus, it won't hurt to have an extra white shirt. I should be losing the weight instead of my money. Lose weight. But let's not go down that path fully. So, yeah, I got to wear my monkey suit, and it's only a monkey suit because it doesn't fit. And I got to go to a couple other things this year. As of right now, I know I got to go to one in April. And then where I would need to be in a dress suit or dress clothes. Then maybe in October, I don't know if that's fully coming through yet, but we'll have to see and find out. What else have I spent my money on? Remember when it snowed a couple weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago? It got really cold and snowed enough for a couple days. I think it was like a Sunday and a Monday. It had to be a Sunday, Monday. Because I was walking out of work and, there was snow on my windshield, so I had to wipe it off with the brush. And the brush got wet and froze since it stayed in the car overnight. And I didn't have the car warmed up enough to thaw it out, I guess. Because I wanted to get home already. Sorry about that. So the next day I'm going to drive my mom to the train. And like I said, my brush is still frozen over. And when I started wiping the car off in the morning, it was, a big chunk of ice was still on the end of it. So my bright idea was one hit on the concrete curb, it'll be good, it'll break off. And I swing and break the damn brush in half. So I'm like, son of a gun, because my mom is no bitch. Yours might be, but not mine. So my brush broke in half. Got the ice off, though, so I guess I did what I was supposed to do in theory, or I wanted to do, in theory. So I'm cleaning out the car with the 2 half sticks. So thank God it hasn't snowed since this week. Was it this Monday? Yeah, it snowed this Monday, but I didn't even leave the house, so I didn't even really need the brush. But it snowed that Sunday too when I went to work. But I'm getting off track of my story. I'm ruining the flow of my story, my great story. But yeah, I broke the brush in half, so thank God I didn't have to. Excuse me, there was a burp on the air. I think I'm gonna have to take a pause. I need a drink. I know I'm supposed to be a one-take show, but I had to get my bearings. Take a little time out. Sometimes you need that 30-second timeout, that 30-second water break. So what was I saying? So my thought process is I better get one now, a new snow brush while it's still in my mind, rather than struggle or have to find one next winter when there are a couple inches on the ground already, or if Mother Nature decides to do her thing at the last minute, where she decides to dump an inch or two on her ass this week. Yes, I purposely said it like that because sex sells. So anyways, I go to Menards. I'm standing in the main aisle thinking, if I was a snow brush, what aisle would I be? Is it seasonal, or do they even still have any? And I'm standing there in the aisle, and great customer service over at Menards. The guy's walking by. He's like, "Hey, boss, you need some help?" I'm like, "Yeah. Can you tell me where a snow brush for the car would be, if you still even have any at this time? Because it's starting to get warm. It's a seasonal item sometimes at some places." And he's like, "Oh yeah, they'd be over in automotive." And you start walking, and I go and follow him. And I tell, "Yeah, I broke mine the other day, and I hope I don't need it, but I'd rather have it than not." Then he leans in and looks around and whispers. And this guy goes, "It's like a gun. You'd rather have it and not need it than not have it and need it." And I'm just thinking, what a bizarre analogy. I couldn't even get a word out. He goes, "Okay, here are the brushes," and he just walks away. I don't think I've ever heard that hell of an analogy at all, but it is a great analogy, kind of. Because what else is like a gun that has such a bang power, pun intended, besides a snow brush, apparently. Those two things will always be on the same level of my mind now. Snow brush, gun, everything else. Things that you'd rather have than not. Like, what else do you need, like a gun, like a snow brush, that you'd rather have than not have? There is nothing on that level now. I can't name one thing off the top of my mind. I can't. I've been thinking about it for like half a week now, because he told me last Wednesday, and I just haven't been able to think of something. So if anybody's got an idea, put it in the comment section. What else have I bought recently? I bought a Reebok Blackhawks throwback jersey. I remember those like brown and black ones, and they had the red letters and the tomahawks. It's a pretty cool throwback. I might post a picture of it. Why not? I got a Marion Hossa Reebok jersey too, from Grandstand. And Reebok jerseys and stuff like that, those are hard to come by. It was on the Marion Hossa retirement train. Even though they've been huge retired in the beginning of the season, they still kept going with that. So I was able to get it for like a good, decent price, like $87 or something, which is a hell of a deal. I also bought a Jose Abreu jersey from Grandstand, just 1 year late. It was on clearance. I said last season I'm getting a number 79 jersey. I kept him and hawing on it, but it's too late now to rep it with Jose Abreu. But I finally had the money. It was good on sale. I love a good clearance deal, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I love Jose Abreu. It took me a while to come around on him late because, I had a little bit of a hatred for him, kind of, because I was a big Paul Konerko fan. In that 2014 season, him and Jose Abreu, Paul Konerko, Jose Abreu, they were always switching on and off in the lineup, and, it wasn't a total hatred. I just, it was misdirect hate, because I loved Paul Konerko. He was my favorite player growing up. He was there from 05 to 14, a little before that, but that's when I really started watching baseball. And, he was my guy. I fell in love with him, Paulie. And, him and Jose Abreu taking time, doing double time, switching on and off at first base. I didn't like it because, you go to the game, you're all excited, you want to watch your favorite player. Then you realize Paul Konerko's out of the lineup, and there's Jose Abreu, this rookie, this guy who I don't even know. He's in the lineup. And, it was just a mixture of things, too, that 2014, 2015 season. It would be the 2015 to 2016 season. But, because Paulie left, Jose Abreu's playing full-time. I didn't make the baseball team in high school. And that was also the year where my dad, they stopped doing the tickets at his work, so we weren't getting tickets anymore. So it was just a big mixture of things of just not liking baseball at the moment. Yeah, it was a big combination of that. Paulie's gone. I know I'm getting a little repetitive, but, just the feelings hurt. Yeah, Paulie left. Jose Abreu was playing full-time. We moved out of Bridgeport, no tickets. And that baseball tryouts really hurt me. I just didn't like the game. It was the second night of tryouts, and they were telling me, you're good. You're a good player. We like you. But we were already taking too many players, and we just can't take you. And all that broke my heart. And that was the first time, I think, all year, or all the years, that was the first time I never went to a baseball game, that 2015 season. I'm 90% sure that's the first time I just was that upset with baseball. Baseball was a big part of my life, and it just got taken away from me like that. And I came back around to it in the 2016 season. I missed the game since it was so ingrained in my life at that point. I ended up liking Jose Abreu too. Same name. I love things with the same name as me. If you're Jose or Max, I love that. For example, I love Max Goof, even though he's not around as much. And when there's batteries that say Max Power, I'm like, yeah, Max is powerful. And I buy those batteries instead. That's just how my mind works. I can't name many Jose things, but Jose Abreu, he was the guy there after Paulie left. And, I should have came around sooner. And, I came around a little too late. He was aging out. And I get it. He's in Houston now. But the team's got to do it the best they can. And the only reason why I got back into baseball for sure was that 2016 curse. That really fired me up in 2017 when we were just terrible on the South Side. The Cubs breaking that curse and going to that parade. Had the day off of school. And plus one of the kids from grammar school I went to, he wanted to go to the parade, but he wasn't able to unless his mom went. He was with someone that knew the city, kind of, or she could trust. I don't want to say it like that, but I get what she wanted somebody to go with him. Nobody else wanted to go. She wanted to know he was with somebody. So I was like, you know what? I'll go. Why not? And I was just sitting in that crowd of blue, just all pissed off and angry, wishing I played baseball, because if I did, it would be my sole mission to bring a championship back on the South Side. That would have been my sole mission. I would single-handedly win that World Series on the South Side that I'm still been hoping for since 05. I barely remember it, that 05 World Series. And I remember the parade during kindergarten, and I didn't know this till maybe a year or two ago, but my mom was staying at home with my younger sister, and she took her and this other girl and this mom, they all went to the parade. And I had to go to school. I was like, what a ripoff. I'm like, I'm in kindergarten. I could have missed a day of school for that once-in-a-lifetime, as of right now, championship parade moment. So that stinks about that. But I'm just saying, the White Sox have brought world baseball back to Chicago 20 years before the Cubs. We did our 88 years. They took 108. Never forget that. I hate that everybody's like, oh, World Series back in Chicago. We did it in 05. We did it at 88 years. Plus, we got it done before, though. Just getting all fired up for baseball season already. But yeah, Jose Abreu, he deserves to, or should have won here. So I got his jersey coming in soon. but expenses come up, and that's why I was always hemming and hawing on it last season. But yeah, I'll be repping that thing around town when baseball season comes around. A little too late, but Jose, that's a Jose love. Yeah. So I bought that at Grandstand. So that was a good double combo right there. So you gotta take advantage of those deals while you can. But I like Grandstand. I would like to do an interview with the people down there, the owner or an employee, right in the store too. Maybe get a cameraman to film me too. I want to work a shift there. I think that'd be fun. That'd be those are one of those dream scenarios I got right now for the interview. That'd be a very cool place to do something with. What's another something that I bought? Oh, I bought the Stone Cold Truth, a Stone Cold Steve Austin biography book. Like I said, I like getting into people's minds, personal business for some reason. It's fun, it's interesting. But yeah, I read 5 pages of that Stone Cold biography, getting back into that education game. And I'm going to have a biography, so I better start doing things to fill my book. And I'm trademarking it right here, right now, releasing the title of my biography, which will be called Hungry, Horny, and Tired, the Jose Max Perez Story. That is a great title. Hungry, Horny, and Tired, the Jose Max Perez Story. It's trademark. Nobody can use it. I got to figure out a way to actually trademark it, but anybody uses this, I got video evidence, or not video evidence, video audio confirming that Hungry, Horny, and Tired, the Jose Max Perez Story is mine. I told people this in the past too, but I had no official audio. But now, as of what's today, March 15th, or St. Patrick's Day recording, I own the Hungry, Horny, and Tired, the Jose Max Perez Story. And I came down to that because everything boils down, 90% of my life, to those 3 feelings. I could circle around those 3 things. And I could also do subcategories when it comes to it, like hangry times, that's hungry and angry. So, times I was hungry and angry, it follows in. What's another one? I could break down tired, like times I was tired of this, times I was tired of things. Don't know how I'm going to work more into the horny section, but like I said, I still got a little bit of time to work on my biography. But I will eventually. But yeah, Stone Cold's biography, it's probably the first book I've picked up in a while. There's this book called Hot House. When I was a junior, one of the seniors was cleaning out his locker in high school. I was just joking. I was like, hey, you got anything for me? And he's like, what English class are you in, by any chance? I was like, he was like, what English class are you in this year? And I was like, I'm in the, I don't know, basic, we'll just go basic English. English 3. And he was like, oh, okay, here, take this book. You might read it next year. And it was called Hot House. It's about some firemen. I read 5 pages. No, I read the first chapter. It was a decent length, maybe 18 pages. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to read chapter 2. And I think chapter 2 was page 19 to 95. I was like, yeah, I'm not reading this chapter right now. So I read the first 18 pages, and I haven't gone back to that book because I picked up, that was a couple months ago, but now I'm reading the Stone Cold documentary biography. I watched the documentary, so got to compare those notes. I got a little bit of a couple spoilers there, but the guy's been living for a couple years now, so that's kind of my fault. But I'm gonna still read that book. So speaking of a beer drinking SOB, I think we're not going for 3. I'm gonna name the top 5 beers that I think are gonna be drank in Chicago today, and those are gonna be Miller Lite, Guinness, Old Style, Budweiser. I'm trying to think for number 5. Goose Island seems like too much of a niche pick. Bud Light could be up there, but I feel like I'm not a beer drinker. So I'm not 100% sure what the difference between Budweiser and Bud Light is. I thought they were very similar. Is that like a Diet Coke thing? So I don't want to say Bud Light because I feel like that would just be another similar pick. So I don't want to go those. I don't want to go Bud Light. I don't want to go Goose Island. I can't stop covering my mouth. Sorry about that if it was muffled. Goose Island, Bud Light. I'm trying to think of another beer. I don't want to go with a Mexican beer like Modelo or Corona, even though I think that's owned by a German company. So I got to think of one more beer. The fifth beer that will be drink today on St. Patrick's Day. Is it a cop-out if I say green beer? I'm going to go with green beer. I said beers. So my 5 beers being drank in Chicago this weekend are going to be Miller Lite, Guinness, Old Style, Budweiser, and green beer. Those are my top 5 beers that are going to be drank this weekend. Let's see. Another thing I bought is lunch or food a couple times. I got to stop doing that, just for the waistline. Got to lose weight, not money. Lose money. Lose weight, not money. Yeah, I guess I got food at home, so I gotta stop eating out as much since it's expensive and stuff, and it's not good for you. Gotta be more disciplined with the eating already because I'd rather do it now before later when you're in your bad habits. So yeah, money, especially cash, rules everything around me. Get that money, dollar bill, y'all. So I gotta start saving money or finding ways to get money so I can think about going back to school. So fill out the job scholarship competition packet. That's something I should do, even though I said I should do that last month to help save money and help me with my future. And gotta ask, do you think I have the St. Patrick's Day luck today? Because I'm going to do something dumb. And we're going to do a live lottery scratcher on air right now. See if my money problems could go away at the drop of a hat. Or am I going to end up just buying a piece of paper? And I know I said money is tight. That's a joke. I do have some money. If you're going to gamble or buy a lottery ticket, you got to do it responsibly. So I was able to swing the dollar. And I got 2 lottery scratchers right here. I got a 7, 11, 21. Pretty self-explanatory. Add all 3 numbers for each game at the total of 7, 11, or 21. And a single game win prize shown for that game. Each game is played separately. I can win up to $3,000. And I was also, buying a lottery ticket last night, and they got a Luck of the Irish tripler, which I could win up to $10,000. Over 1.6 million in Shamrock tripled prizes. So the rules for the Luck of the Irish tripler are: reveal the 3 identical prizes, win that amount. Reveal 2 identical prizes and a Shamrock symbol, win triple the amount. So we're going to go with the old 7-11-21 game first. I love the 7-11-21 when I decide to buy a lottery scratcher. And I'm going to use, I use the filer on my little Swiss Army knife on the, that I keep on my house key. And I guess I'm going to go straight across, game 1. I like to do a little bit of pattern sometimes, maybe go across, up, maybe in like a square pattern or something. But I'm going to keep it simple, go straight across. Game 1, I'm going to scratch off the prize first. That makes it a little more interesting. Scratching off the prize right now. I should hold the mic up to the scratch. Get that authentic scratch right there. It's a $100 prize. Not a very likely prize I'm going to win. Putting the headphone back in. And we're going to scratch the game 2 prize right now. So I could win $1. As much as I hate seeing just $1, dollars are the best because it's very likable probability that I like to think of. And the game 3 will be a $15 prize if I so ever get lucky. So playing for $100, game 1, scratching off the first number. We got a number 1. We are 1. So what number do we got next? We are scratching the second slot. We got a 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. We are hoping for a 2. And it's a 3, unfortunately. So that's a 7 plus 1. That's an 8. $100 winner is off the board. We're going to game 2 right now. I am scratching again. Look at that. We got another number 1. Scratching the second number off. We got a number 5. That 5 plus 1 is 6. So very likable. What were we hoping for? A number 1. Give me a 1. Give me a 1. And we got a 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus a 1 is $11. We got a $1 prize. We are halfway to breaking even because I got the other scratcher. Let's see what we got. Game 3. I'm already up on this card. We got a number 5 again. 5 plus scratch in the second section. Plus 3 is going to be 8. And what are we hoping for this $15 prize? Are we hoping for a, what would be, this is why I dropped out of college because I'm terrible at math. 11 minus 8, 8, 9, 10, 11. Were we hoping for a 3? We're going to get lucky with the number 3 on this St. Patrick's Day, even though it's a couple days before. And we did not. We ended up getting a 12. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 12 is going to be 20. And that's one short from 21. So I have a $1 prize on this scratcher right here. And now we are going over to the Luck of the Irish triple header. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am right here. So I got 9 gold coins, and I will be scratching off the first one, which is going to be a 25. Oh, we're going straight dollar, not a number. So I'm hoping for a couple other 25s. I'm going to go diagonal. What are we hoping for? Oh, okay, we got another 25. We are hoping for another 25 or a shamrock. 25 or a shamrock. Hope you guys are on the edge of your seat. And what do we got here? Oh, they teased me. They put a 5 there, but no 2 in front of it. So on the board, we got a 25, 25, and $5. Going second column from the top. We are scratching. We are scratching. Oh, we got a 3. Not liking this. We got a 3. Going bottom middle row, scratching off again. Oh, we got a 10. I am not liking this. I need that shamrock or 25. That'd be the biggest I've ever won on a scratcher. 10,000 grand. That's a ripoff. We'll never get another 10,000 grand on here. Or if they do, that'd be the biggest tease ever known to mankind. Middle row. Oh no, the top third row. We are scratching. We are scratching. We got another 3. Okay, so we're looking for at least another number 3, another $3 winner, or another 25 or shamrock. So I thought the board was lost there for a second, but I think we're still back in this game. I think we are still back in this game. And a 30. We don't need a 30. We don't need a 30. Last coin. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Shamrock or $3 or 25? I'm hoping for 25. Be more than happy with the 3. Scratching the last coin. Scratching the last coin. Scratching the last coin. And what a tease. They gave me another 10. Luck of the Irish was not on my side today. Only broke half even. So, unfortunately, we only got $1. Still going to be broke. Probably down $1 now I think about it. Because I only won $1. But, you know, you live and live. Live and lit? Yeah, live and lit. Sometimes happens like that. And, yeah. We're going for 3 again. Wrap up this episode. Since I was born handsome instead of rich, I got to get back to working a little bit. And that scratcher didn't cover the bills. And I start at noon, and it's 11:22, so it'll give me enough time to get to work. So I better get going. So last time going for 3 today, which will be Irish sounding music to play this weekend. So you got to go with the Southside Irish classic song, Bridgeport to Beverly, Midway to the South Shore, we're Southside Irish to the core. Let's sing it out once more. Shipping up to Boston. I wish I was at home, not recording this episode on the road, but I love it when I want to start doing the stuff on the road with random people, possibly, or with other businesses like that grandstand, interviewing some of my friends or whatever. Because I like saying that reporting live from. That's always a great joke for me. So I wish I could have, like I said, if I was at home, I could play that Shipping Up to Boston in the background when I first started, but I'm recording on the phone. I don't have my laptop or anything with me. So 2 songs I got so far, the Southside Irish song, Shipping Up to Boston. I love that. Ba-bum, ba-bum, Bum 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 bum. I love that shipping up to Boston. Oh, when it comes to the song. And yep, Southside Irish shipping up to Boston. This is a very deadly song to be playing this weekend, but I'm going with Jump Around. You will get the party, the bar bumping, get those rafters shaking if you're playing Jump Around in there. Yep, so Southside Irish, Shipping Up to Boston, Jump Around are the 3 songs to play this weekend. That's the last going for 3. It's Friday, so I hope you make it to the end of the end of your shift. Enjoy your weekend if you're going to keep the party going from last weekend. Be safe and have a responsible, happy St. Patrick's Day. And like usual, those were my thoughts going to my bad mic in less than 59 minutes. So this concludes this episode of the Superfan Max Hour in less than 16 minutes, presented by the blog. Talk to you next week. Thank you for listening, because this is Superfan Max, signing off.